are you doing today, Riley?
We are here in Wellington, gonna shoot Death of Cinema. Yeah, gonna go chat to the staff now.
Love the cinema.
It is great, isn't it?
Gorgeous place. Shame we don't go too much.
Yeah, I just can't really afford it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a bit much. I mean, what, we'll pay £12 a month for Netflix, and that sorts us out. We've got everything we want to watch.
You get, bang for your buck on there.
Yeah. But, we could just be, lazy. I mean, I love sitting in bed and watching it, but can't speak for others.
No, we are just like poor uni students, really.
Yeah, end of the day.
I mean, we could ask other people, I suppose.
See what they're saying.
Yeah.
My name is Josh. I am a duty manager here at the Wellesley Cinema. The building, it's been here for the best part of 100 years now. It's a retro Art Deco single screen cinema, which is kind of a dying breed of cinema. So this is the foyer. This is where we do kind of ticket sales and obviously any kind of food and drink stuff. So we've got ice creams and all those types of things you would predictably see in a cinema. Through the big main doors is where you've got the stalls, and then through the big double doors upstairs is where we've got the circle. If this was a kind of big chain cinema, you'd find that maybe they'd split it across two screens. But because of the kind of unique nature of this cinema, being a kind of big Art Deco cinema, they keep the authentic kind of stalls and circles. This is the circle, which is the upper part of the cinema. There is slightly more legroom up here, and you get kind of a slightly different perspective on the screen. Downstairs on the stalls, we've probably got about 280 seats. So if we go on through and have a look. Beautiful. So this is our stalls. This is where the majority of our seats are. Obviously, as you can see, but yeah, just very traditional kind of Art Deco style.
How unchanged is it from almost 100 years ago?
It's virtually unchanged. It's stayed very true to its character, which I think is one of its biggest selling points. Single screen cinemas aren't the most profitable business model. With the kind of support of the community, lots of people like to come here. The company that leased the building, so Merlin Cinemas in this case, they have a really, really nice mission statement, which is that they like to try and bring affordable cinema to small towns across the UK. Probably a slightly different business motto than what you would get from your larger corporations like your Odeons, your Views, your Cineworlds, where kind of profit is the #1 factor. Back when I started, it was definitely busier on the whole. The kind of average amount of attendance has dropped. COVID was obviously a massive factor. Every kind of industry took a massive financial hit. Our kind of standard ticket price here is kind of £7.50 for an adult, £6.50 for a child, which kind of is on the lower end of things. But if you kind of accommodate popcorn and a drink for each person, you could be well up into the 50s, 60s, maybe even £70 plus for like a family of 4 or 5. But you can also talk about the technology. If you think back kind of 20 years ago, the kind of home theatre experience, TVs were very small, sound systems were very subpar. So the difference between watching a film at home to the cinema was massive, because you've got a massive screen at the cinema, really good sound systems. But then obviously as time's gone on and technology's gotten better, the gap between kind of cinema tech and home tech has gotten a lot smaller. With a company as big as Netflix, with their business model being that you can watch films at home, they're going to want their kind of service to seem as good as possible. People realising that if they just wait a couple of weeks, rather than paying kind of 50, 60, 70 pounds to watch a film in the cinema, they can pay £9 for that month. Younger audience films aren't being as well attended as they used to be. Maybe they're the generation that are more likely to just pay for a streaming service. I'll sometimes find if I do try and watch a film at home, the phone creeps in or I get distracted by doing something else. Whereas the thing that I love most about cinema is the fact that it takes all those distractions away. It's just you and the film, so you can truly get enveloped with what the film actually is, which is why I don't think cinemas will ever die. It's more on the distributors to kind of to make the films that people want to go and see.
We've got people camping, people celebrating, people in the streets.
And that was only 20 years ago. I mean, look at the community, look at the excitement. We've lost all that in such a short amount of time, really.
Maybe it's not the cinema's fault, maybe it's the industry's.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, like, something's got to change somewhere if we're going to get people back in the cinemas. If it can't be the cinema side, it's got to be the industry side.
I'm Will Davies. My role would kind of traditionally be producing. Yeah, Netflix buying Warner Brothers is an interesting one. It'd be interesting to see if it kicks off an antitrust review, to see if anyone's kind of has an issue with it being and becoming a monopoly. It's not necessarily a healthy thing. You know, a healthy thing for cinema is competition, and lots of it. That's what drives, you know, more originality, kind of creativity, just kind of a want to create more original things for more people to go and see. That kind of variation is really important, and I think that has definitely kind of decreased as everything kind of consolidates. You see, I think A24 is a really interesting example because they're a kind of indie, or traditionally were very indie, but have moved more into the mainstream, which I think shows that there is kind of real hunger for kind of independent cinema. I deferred coming to university to do film and TV because of COVID. Did a bunch of kind of smaller sets, got onto a Netflix set, long, horrific hours, bad time to get into it, not my kind of thing. Went to a big Producers Guild meeting thing, lots of people who should be at their peak of their kind of game, really struggling to get work. Those strikes and COVID and kind of Cosy Lizzie crisis have all contributed to making getting work a lot harder. So I think people are still definitely feeling the aftermath of it. 2023, 75% of people that worked in unscripted TV were out of work. So I think that, yeah, it's definitely the effects are still being felt industry-wide. And the knock-on effect that has on the cinema is, you know, more work needs to be created, there's people ready to work, and hence more work is going to like lower budget productions for Netflix that go straight to the streaming service. Hence, and that also again then doesn't help the cinema stuff. You know, with AI becoming a thing as well, I think it's a very unstable time.
Okay, so clearly there's loads of reasons why people are going to the cinema less.
I mean, well, it's expensive, you've got streaming, you've got tech at home, and it's just a bit of an inconvenience to come here.
Yeah, and they just give us the same shit over and over again because it's less risky, because they know we like it already. But it's like all the franchises are owned by two companies anyway, so what's the point?
But, you know, don't get me wrong, I love the cinema, I still want to come.
Oh, of course, yeah, I wouldn't want to not go. But
I guess, you know, if it matters to you, you've got to prove it.
yeah, you know, if you care enough, go out, support that independent cinema, just like this one.